What's going on YouTube? JT's Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in this video, we'll be talking about Batgirls issue number 4. This one's written by Becky Cloonan, it was Michael W. Conrad, with art by Jorge Corona. This is issue number 4, and it continues the adventures of Cassandra Cain, Barbara Gordon, and Stephanie Brown. Now, I've said my critiques about this series before. It doesn't really kind of line up with the rest of the continuity in terms of tone and the way the characters are written, but if you look at it as kind of something a little bit geared towards more younger readers, and you try and think of it as something kind of outside continuity like I tend to do, I think it works in that regards. These aren't the characters. They're written a little bit more childish than they are elsewhere. It just doesn't really fit when you kind of match it up with the rest of the continuity. It's not the versions that I enjoy quite as much, but as a series that's kind of lighthearted, I think it's kind of fun. This issue in particular, like I said, was kind of fun. There's a few funny bits here and there. The artwork is nice. The banter is playful. Like I said, it's very lighthearted in tone, and like I said, I think this being geared towards more younger readers, I think younger readers will get a kick out of this thing. Not everything works, but like I said, I think it'll work for younger readers. So Cass and Steph are having a bit of a day off here. So they go out for a little bit of a joyride, and in the car that only plays one song, and that one song is supposedly All-Star by Smash Mouth, so it's just non-stop continuous. And they talk about how the song is kind of torture, and there's several editor's notes about the editor enjoying this. I don't know, it's kind of weird. They break the fourth wall a bit kind of with this thing, with some meta stuff going on there. I don't know, I think the idea of one song that's continuously playing as a bit of torture as being All-Star by Smash Mouth, that got a kick out of me. So like I said, Cass is in there. She's ordering a book. They're investigating Barbara's ex, who was in was it the previous issue or the issue or two before, the one that they ran into. They're also kind of trying to figure out what's going on with this villain known as the Tutor. They go out as Batgirls to do some investigating. They eventually come into contact with the Tutor. Also, the leftover magistrate characters are still around here, the Saints or whatever they're called. Like I said, I was like, oh man, more magistrate stuff. But yeah, we know they're being manipulated by Seer, who's pretending to be Simon Saint to trick them into doing, their bidding. But anyway, so they come toe-to-toe with the Tutor, and eventually they do find a means to stop him. There's a little bit of a battle with Stephanie getting kind of possessed, and then Cass comes in and is like, hey, it's me, your best friend. And you get this panel here, which I'm sure a lot of people will look at the undertones with that particular panel. So there you go. They eventually stop Tutor. Simon Saint's people kind of come in to rescue the people who were captured. Then they take Tutor to Barbara's former boyfriend, I guess, at some point, her ex that she once dated at some point. They've kind of reiterated that a bunch of times. For whatever reason, they take it to them instead of bringing it to the police, and it turns out that he is in fact the villain Spellbinder. Now, the design is actually really cool. Look at this thing. It's a unique take on Spellbinder. There's been several takes on Spellbinder over the years. The one version I'm most familiar with is the one from the show Batman Beyond, and I always thought there were some really cool, interesting episodes with that character. So the fact that they're bringing Spellbinder in here, I think, is a cool thing. Like I said, this is issue 4 of 6 in terms of this first story arc. Like I said, there's some fun moments. The characters aren't in tune with everything else, which can be a little off-putting, I think, for some readers, because the way they're written, I think they should be a little bit more mature rather than as childish as they are in this thing. But that's why I got to kind of look at this as something a little bit separate. And in terms of the 4 issues, I think I did enjoy this one the most. I like seeing Spellbinder. I like seeing them work together, a little bond of the friendship there. The fact that they continuously play All-Star as a means to kind of torture somebody in a way is kind of funny. Just like I said, I got some laughs out of that bit, and artwork was nice. So yeah, not too many thoughts to say about this particular thing. I'm not loving Batgirls, but I'm not really despising or hating it. I think it's, lighthearted and kind of fun in some ways, but a little bit off-putting in other regards. So you just got to take it for what it's worth. It could have been a lot worse, but it could still be a little bit better. I'd like something a little bit more, I guess, mature in some ways, with the characters not being written as mature. Like I said, it works better if they're preteens, but because they're borderline college students, and I think they were college students at some point, the way they're kind of acting, it just is a little bit off-putting. But like I said, I got to look at this thing a little bit as something kind of geared towards younger readers. I think younger readers will get into something like this. So those are my thoughts on it. A little bit scatterbrained, I know. Not as much to say, I think. So yeah, if you read Batgirls issue number 4, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Did you like this? Did you dislike it? Tell me them, yada, yada, yada. I got one more comic book review, and I think that's going to be a wrap-up for today in terms of comic book reviews this week, unless there's some more that I missed. I don't know, I have to kind of go back and look. So many DC comic books come out like all the time, it's hard to keep up. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video, which will be Batman Urban Legends. So look forward to that. All right, peace.